So I think these zero-day exploits, and just taking back to get to the UFOs, because we have crazy stuff, the neutron is a zero-day exploit. It's the Fosbury flop of physics. Same for the semiconductor. And we have stagnated for so long that people in our government aren't watching people like me and saying, what's going on, Eric? Anything new? And what are you working on? Because anybody who comes up with a new thing can change the entire balance of power on planet Earth.
How far away are we from new things? And have new things been...
Can't ask me that because I have a different view than every other person. I want to get back to the...
I'm going to ask you.
Let's do that at the end.
Don't tell me what I can ask you. I'm asking you that, bro.
Okay.
Go ahead. Keep going. We'll get back to me asking you that.
Yeah, you can ask me at the end. But,
Okay.
but I want to do the stuff that's controversial but is like everybody should have to agree to it.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
So what I wanted to know was why during the 1950s did something happen that resulted in a 70-year stagnation in a field called quantum gravity. Quantum gravity is like a startup that cannot ship a product after 70 years. And it's still taken over in theoretical physics as sort of the prestige theory field.
In quantum gravity, is there an application for this that they were attempting to achieve?
No. It's not a precursor to technology so far as we know. But what happened was you probably have some dim memory of something. By the way, these shooting stars in your ceiling are just
Yeah, you got to
amazing.
be warned.
I know.
Otherwise, you're like, oh.
Quantum gravity is the replacement of something is a replacement for something that used to be known as the unified field. So Einstein wasn't chasing quantum gravity. He was chasing unified field theory. And unified field theory was much closer to what we would call classical physics, where you get quantum field theory by quantizing a classical theory. That fell out of favor. And around 1984, we gradually had unified field theory become sort of like a joke, old-timey expression for the future of physics. And we substituted quantum gravity for the merger of quantum theory, quantum field theory, quantum mechanics, and gravitational physics under general relativity. That program, that dog doesn't hunt. And it hasn't hunted for 70 years. So I wanted to trace this back. How is it that the field became convinced that something which clearly doesn't seem to work and has had all of the resources, all of the best minds at its disposal, it sucks up everything, and it just doesn't work? Why can't I question this? Where did this come from?
So, to be specific,
Yeah.
like how many people are working on this problem? And how many people have been working on this problem for 70 years without progress?
I would say that the period between 1953 and 73, there are parallel things. Quantum gravity is not the mainstream at all, okay? So real physics is happening between 53 and 73 by anybody's understanding of it, okay?
Okay.
Between 1973 and 1984, or let's say 74 to 84, because we'll group 73 with to 53, you have 10 years of super exciting guesses about the extension of our understanding. Things called supersymmetry, grand unified theory, technicolor, asymptotic safety. These are really responsible guesses, axions. And somebody like Sean Carroll or Neil deGrasse Tyson might talk to you about these things when they come in here. In 1984, there's an earthquake called the anomaly cancellation. And a failed theory of strong physics, the physics needed to glue two protons together in a helium nucleus because they both hate each other because of electromagnetism and want to separate, but something is binding them together like a family structure, right? That force we initially tried to fix by thinking of it as strings. We'll put like elastic bands between things and it'll pull things back together. That didn't work. But then we repurposed it and said, no, it's quantum gravity. And one single individual who is the most dominant mind on planet Earth at the moment, effectively Voldemort, the person whose name we are a little bit afraid to invoke and cause wrath, said in 1984, no, string theory is the way. This anomaly cancellation was unexpected, and it clearly points to the fact that we are, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to quantize.
Who's that person?
Edward Witten.
And in physics circles, you're not allowed to bring this guy up?
No, we talk about him. Everybody talks about him. But to challenge him? Think about Agent Smith. Think about playing one-on-one with Michael Jordan in his prime.
He's that good.
Joe, I don't think I'm dumb enough not to be intellectually afraid of anyone else on planet Earth at this point. I am terrified of this person.
Really?
I've said he's the Michael Jordan of theoretical physics. If only Michael Jordan could play better basketball. I'm not kidding around, Joe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. This good. And has never made contact with the physical world. So it's like one of the greatest conundrums. So let me get back to how
What do
crazy.
you mean by never made contact?
No Nobel Prize. Never predicted something that turned out to be true. Never pointed us to do an experiment that was then validated. So 100% of his efforts have been not making contact with physical reality. Oh, this is, I'm sorry, like you have people like Michio Kaku who are in this string theoretic school, or Sean Carroll is very sympathetic to it. Mm-hmm. You need to understand this story. Jamie, if I dare, may I ask, can we pull up something with Edward Witten and Abdus Salam on YouTube? Just to, like, this person's voice. Imagine a 6'4" person who talks like this.
Interesting.
And just like you could do a Vulcan mind meld and rearrange your mind into scrambled eggs within seconds. I know tenured professors who hid in their offices when he visited MIT because he knocked on everyone's door. And he has, you know how Warren Beatty had a pickup line that everyone knew? What's new, pussycat?
Is that what he said?
Yeah, that was Warren Beatty's pickup line.
That's all you needed when you were Warren Beatty.
That's true.
Try that shit if you
Okay.
work at 7-Eleven.
This person.
Okay, let me hear.
Pretty weird way for a theory to start. String theory started with a clever formula written down by Veneziano in an effort to satisfy not so well motivated phenomenological ideas about strong interaction scattering. That was a way for a theory to start which was as strange as the way quantum mechanics started. And the way Einstein happened to have invented a theory in a particularly striking triumph of reason and intuition, but most other physical theories have had more complicated
You can
histories.
tell how much is going on beyond this.
And it's hard to make
yeah.
theories about them.
You can't generalize at all of how invention will come. And